So let's now go to Anambra State, where we're hearing from the lawyer for the NYSC members who were seen violently attacked by a vigilante group in a video that's now gone viral. So the video shows the moment a group of men attack a female corps member and her colleagues, and now the lawyer, Barrister Cyrus Onu, says the men in this video accuse the corps members of being Yahoo people or internet fraudsters, despite the corps members' production of their NYSC ID cards and uniforms, adding that they instead opted to brutalize and dehumanize his clients if they would not settle them. So let's take a look at that video now. So the Anambra state government says they have identified, arrested, and detained the members of the vigilante group, but the state government's account of these events was slightly different. Instead, they said that this vigilante group barged into this compound thinking they were pursuing criminals. So the Haven Foundation, which is a nonprofit, says they're working with the victims to make sure this incident does not get swept under the rug. But by all accounts, this is a very difficult and traumatic video to watch. So Vimbai, I'll start with you. How are you reacting to this, especially just in terms of how graphic that video is? How are you seeing everything that's going on in Anambra State?
Annie, this is so inhumane, and I think the most painful part of it is that it's not peculiar to Anambra State. We remember just a few months ago, we were dealing with the issue of the vigilantes who had killed a number of travelers who were, reported to be hunters or so forth in Edo State. The occurrences of vigilantes using excessive force continue to happen in spats around the country. It takes us back to several issues. Number one, earlier when we discussed what happened in Katsina, we spoke about self-help. Now, when communities resort to self-help, yes, in many instances, these vigilantes are created. However, vigilantes are supposed to be trained. They're supposed to be regulated to an extent by the state. These individuals, they're not wearing uniforms, they're not... So we can't have a nation where you and I can just call our friends and decide that actually we're vigilantes. It doesn't work that way. So there's a real challenge there with regards to addressing our security apparatus, and because these vigilantes have sprung up all over the country because our policing force is unable to deal with all of the pressures of insecurity all around the nation. So we need deeper regulation, we need training for these vigilantes, and we need to be able to keep tabs on who is who. Vigilante is not a police. You cannot beat anybody. You can't even arrest anybody. At best, what you can do is you can call the police's attention to the issue at hand. But again, this is what happens when there's institutional failure, is that you see self-help, which is very unfortunate.